You think you're going mad. You second guess yourself. You're apologizing. And you don't even know why. Congratulations, you're not crazy. You're being manipulated. This isn't love. It's emotional warfare in slow motion. And it's time to call it out for what it is. A game they play to win, even if it destroys you. So let's take a quick look at the psychology of this. Let's be clear. Not everyone who hurts you is a manipulator. But when someone repeatedly distorts the facts, invalidates your reality, and twists your empathy against you, that's not conflict, that's control. Manipulators don't want a relationship, they want compliance, and they don't fight fair. They'll gaslight you, then act like the victim. They'll flip the script so fast you'll start to question your memory. They'll say things like, "That never happened. You're overreacting. I can't talk to you when you're like this." And suddenly, you're the problem again. But here's the core psychology. Manipulators study you before they strike. They observe your wounds, your insecurities, your need for love, and then they build trust. They mirror you, echo you. They say all the right things so you think, finally someone gets me. And then slowly, strategically, they begin to take control, not by demanding it, but by shifting it. One comment here, one silence there, a guilt trip, a dig, a delayed reply, a subtle punishment. And each time you react, they learn your wiring. What makes you beg? What makes you apologize? What makes you try harder? They don't overpower you, they reprogram you until one day you're a version of yourself that walks on eggshells, doubts your gut, and wonders where your fire went. And here's the kicker. They know exactly what they're doing. Even the ones who claim, "I didn't mean it like that." They know what to say, how to twist the knife, and how to frame it so you'll doubt your pain. It's not a mistake. It's a misunderstanding. It's a system. And if you don't learn to see it, you'll keep thinking you are the one who needs fixing. Manipulators are like emotional locksmiths. They don't kick down the doors, they study the locks. They observe how your emotional defenses are built. What calms you, what unravels you, what makes you feel safe, and what makes you feel scared. Then they mimic the exact key that opens you. The charm, the compliments, the vulnerability. They step into your heart like it's a space they were always meant to occupy. And you let them in because it feels real. But they didn't come to coexist. They came to rearrange your furniture so nothing feels like yours anymore. They subtly replace your self-trust with a version of truth. They move your boundaries when you're not looking. They plant seeds of self-doubt and then they water them. Just enough kindness to keep you confused. And when you finally stop recognizing your own reflection, they step back and say, "See, you're the unstable one." And by the time you realize what's really happening, they've changed the locks on you. So let's look at some solutions of how to break free from the manipulator mindset. Firstly, drop the good person complex. Your kindness is not a weakness until it's weaponized, and manipulators rely on your desire to be reasonable, fair, or forgiving. They know that you'll keep giving them the benefit of the doubt, but being a good person doesn't mean being someone's doormat. Kindness without boundaries invites chaos. Stop explaining your pain to someone who profits from your silence. Stop trying to be good in a situation that is inherently bad. Then start tracking behavior, not words. Words are manipulators' favorite currency. They know exactly what to say to get you back on side. They'll cry when they sense they're losing you. They'll confess things that they've never told anyone. They'll promise to change just long enough to reset the cycle. Forget the words, look at the pattern. Is there a cycle of charm, control, chaos, apology, repeat? If so, you're not being loved, you're being looped. Track it. Document it if you must. See the cycle in black and white is often the moment you suddenly wake up. Then grey rock their drama. This one is powerful. When you stop reacting, they lose control. Don't feed them, because manipulators feed on emotional response. Rage, tears, begging, defending. That's how they know that you're still hooked. So don't give them a show. Becoming the most boring version of yourself. Short, neutral replies, no explanations, no emotional engagement. It's not about punishing them. It's about protecting you. And the moment you become emotionally uninteresting, their game begins to unravel. Then reinforce your own reality. After being manipulated, your inner voice feels scrambled. That's no accident. That actually was the goal. So now, rebuild it. Talk to someone safe. Write down what actually has happened. Speak your truth out loud, even if your voice shakes. Repetition creates reality. The more you affirm what you know is true, the less power their distortion holds. And remember, if someone makes you question your sanity, it's not a healthy relationship. That's not growth. That's gaslighting. And finally, don't wait for closure. Become it. They're not going to give you the apology you deserve or the explanation you're owed, because keeping you confused keeps you close. So stop chasing closure from someone who closed the door on your dignity. Make a decision, draw a line, choose peace over proof. You don't need them to agree with your experience in order for it to be valid. When you stop needing their version of the story, you finally reclaim your own. And in my closing comments, here's the raw truth. You will never win with a manipulator, because winning requires playing their game. And their game is rigged. They don't want connection. They want control. They don't want love. They want leverage. So, stop begging for clarity from someone who survives on confusion. Stop dancing for crumbs when you were made to sit at the table. Stop shrinking yourself to keep the peace when you were born to be powerful. You are not here to be decoded, dismantled, or devalued. You are not someone's emotional project or power play. You are the lock, the key, and the door. And starting today, no more entry for anyone who doesn't know how to knock without respect.